Hey Dan, as far as you know, it's late October, specifically October 27th, maybe the 28th, 2016, and at long last I'm finishing the video of Colleen's final race, the section meet for cross country for the 2016 season. It would take me a while to get to it. So one of her goals this whole year was to break 23 minutes. If you recall in the last video, I'm sure you do because you probably just watched it, she finished like at 23 flat and like a tenth of a second or 2/10 of a second. So she was that close to breaking 23 minutes. In this final race, this was the final race that if she didn't make state, which from the team only one person did, then this would be her final race. She was, and if you recall from the previous week's race, she was able to make varsity and stay on varsity. So she was going to be running as a varsity runner in this final race, which is very exciting. So there were, all the usual characters. Unfortunately, if you also remember, Kaya did not finish fast enough in the previous race, but Marquita did. Marquita is you may have even met her when you've been out here, but she kind of an on again off again runner, wasn't really into it, very fast runner, but just wasn't, her head wasn't in it. I think she really likes it actually, and so sometimes she'll drop out of races, sometimes she'll finish really fast. So Colleen and Marquita were the 6th and 7th runners. So in fact, if you remember, Marquita just finished like a second ahead of Colleen in that previous week's race. So Colleen was actually 7th runner and Marquita was 6th runner. So anyway, without further ado, here's the race.
So Dan, this is just a little bit, I think you've seen this in the last video. It's just a map of where I'm standing and where the course goes. As you can see, I didn't venture very far because my knee really doesn't allow me to. So when the race starts, here they all go, thundering down. I don't know why I like to get this, but I do. It's kind of fun to watch all of these girls come by, and they're trying to figure out if they want to be in the lead. Are they willing to go out fast enough to be in the lead or not? But then it all narrows down to single track. So here they are coming at us, and as I said, Colleen is the 7th runner on varsity right now. And so for these first couple of sections of video, I kind of shot the whole thing from the first Winona runner coming through, which is Emily right there, and then Emma, then Destiny. There goes Emma. There goes Destiny. She's got a kind of then Emma and Claire. Marquita just went by, and then here's Colleen. And now we're on the next section. We're about this is maybe a third of the way through the race. So there goes, let's see, and I'm trying to give you a sense of where these guys are relative to the leaders as well. So there goes Destiny. So Emily is already passed. There goes Emma. There's Emily, and then Claire. Then comes Colleen. Now the funny thing is right after these guys passed, Sherry Shue came up to me and said, "Hey, did you hear?" So there comes Colleen. She said, "Did you hear what happened?" I was like, "No, what happened?" Well, on the backstretch on the other side of that lake, if you go back and look at that map, on the other side of that lake, Colleen and Marquita, Colleen was running right behind Marquita, and their legs got tangled up. So there comes Marquita. Marquita goes down. Colleen ends up jumping over her and then stopping to help her up, and Sherry standing there yelling at her, "Go, go, go," because it's not Colleen's responsibility to help her up. She's got to get up on her, essentially got to get up on her own. So now here we are about 2/3 of the way through the race. So Emily and Destiny have already come through. There goes Emily. There's Claire. And so anyway, it was what do you do? I mean, I think Colleen felt really bad, but they're racing, and that happens. It's crowded, and it's unfortunate when it's your own teammates, but again, that's just part of the way it goes. And so here comes Colleen, and then there's no Marquita. So Marquita just has dropped out of the race at this point. As I said earlier, it's not uncommon, unfortunately, for Marquita to have dropped out of the races. And she wasn't injured. I think she just was demoralized. So there goes Colleen. And I'm thinking she's not really running, she's not looking that fast at this point. But now here she comes, she's at the finish. I can barely cheer her on because I'm like almost in tears. I'm, just kind of so excited. And she's running down, and I'm reading off the clock at this point of, 22. As she passes me, the clock was just ticking over at 22. And the finish line is right there at the pine trees. So she ends up finishing in, as you can see on here, 22:22. Kaya was at 22:31. Kaya was the next fastest runner, and then I think Jade or somebody. So anyway, that's the race.
Okay, excitement abounds. So Colleen finishes the season at 22 minutes, 22 seconds. She meets her goal by a good 38 seconds, and finished 6th on the team. Now, the interesting thing is, I don't know if you actually looked at the finish times closely, but one of the things, that she was anxious about and wanted to see was, okay, so she finished at 22:22. And finished as the 6th varsity runner. How were the top JV Winona runners going to finish? Because if they finish faster than 22:22, that I don't know, makes a statement of some sort. So she, Colleen wanted to be able to finish faster than all of the JV runners as well, which is one of her goals. So, and so she ended up doing that. Kaya was the first JV Winona runner. She came in at 22:31. Which was a PR for Kaya, and 22:22, of course, was a PR for Colleen. So, it's very exciting. In spite of the fact that Marquita tripped and Colleen ended up jumping over her, and then stopping until Sherry yelled at her. But anyway, it was all a good season, and I think she's looking forward to next season as well. So, from Winona, that is our story. We're sticking to it.